What is a racer? Well, to put it simply, a racer is a car which has no trouble going really fast. So then the question is this car truly a racer? So the Tata Altroz Racer, simply put, is a direct competitor to the Hyundai N-Line and the Maruti Suzuki Fronx Turbo. So let's see how good this car is and what all goodies does it bring to the table. And along the way, I will also tell you 4 things that no one told you about the brand new Tata Altroz Racer. So in terms of the looks, the car looks identical to the standard Tata Altroz. Apart from a black roof, dual stripes, black hood and orange paint job, everything else is the same. So here comes the first thing that you need to know about this very lovely orange car over here. You see, despite having a bigger engine and more equipments on board, the ground clearance of this car is still the same because the ride height of the suspension is also the same. Now this is very nice of Tata Motors to do so because you are getting all the performance without sacrificing the ground clearance. On the inside, you get orange accents everywhere. On the dashboard, on the seats, on the carpet mats and everywhere else as well. Tata really wants you to know that it loves orange. Next up, you have the all new digital instrument cluster. This particular design is limited only to the Tata Altroz, unlike the ones you see in Tata Nexon and Tata Harrier, which share their instrument clusters or at least some part of it. And here comes the second thing that you need to know about this car. You see this sports mode symbol right over here? Well, that's because this car always remains in sports mode and Tata Motors took away the button that earlier used to allow you to change the drive modes. Apart from that, Tata Motors has also added a suite of luxury features including ventilated seats, a sunroof, ambient lighting, an air purifier, a 360-degree camera and an all-digital touchscreen which has wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. But none of these fancy things justify calling this car a racer. However, this probably does. So the 0 to 100 comes in at 11.5 seconds. Now it is fast, don't get me wrong, but it is not as fast as the Fronx Turbo or the Hyundai i20 N-Line. Now the driving feel and the engine response in this car will feel a lot similar if you have driven the petrol powered Tata Nexon in sports mode, because this engine is literally that and it is running in the sports mode as well. Now what's even more interesting is the fact that this car uses the same gear ratios as the one in the Tata Nexon as well. So even the gear shifting will feel a lot similar as well. And now this is the third thing that no one told you about the brand new Tata Altroz Racer. Now the fourth thing that you absolutely need to know about the Tata Altroz Racer is that there is literally no way to turn off the traction control or the ESP, which by the way is an option in the Hyundai i20N. The result is that driving this car aggressively becomes a task because the ESP and the traction control regularly interferes when you are changing the gear shifts very aggressively. But after going through my script and reading aloud all I had to tell you guys, I realized, is that all that you need to know? You know what? Let me try again. Now sure, the Tata Altroz Racer isn't the fastest one off the line, but it is perhaps one of the best handlers in its segment. The brand new steering wheel over here, it reads the speed very well and it progressively tightens as I speed up along the way. It is also very quick as well, allowing me to turn the car's nose either left or right very easily. And it also offers me a very good feedback from the road as well. Moreover, the low end and the mid range in this car are very good. Now I know that this is just a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder engine, which is of course turbocharged, but it behaves, at least in this manner, very similar to a 4-cylinder naturally aspirated one. Because if you look at the power graph of both these engines, the power which is being delivered at the very first is very high, which is very similar to a 4-pod unit. So the lower end and the mid range of this car are phenomenal, and it will feel very similar to driving a 4-cylinder engine powered car. Let me show you. Right now I am at a standstill, right? So the problem with 3-cylinder engines is that when you start them up from a standstill, they take a lot of time, and they also, make you work a lot. But over here it is as easy as putting the car in first gear and then letting go of your pedal. I have all the power right where I need it. Now, one really good thing is that 4-cylinder engines are heavier, but 3-cylinder engines are smaller because of course they are using just 3 cylinders. So in that way you are saving weight over here as well, and you are getting all the good characteristics, almost all the good characteristics of a 4-pod unit. You see, I know that this is a fairly good engine, but okay, there is your suspension test. That was pretty smooth. Yeah, so although it is a very punchy engine in the low and the mid range, but vibrations are something which are very hard to get rid of, and they still remain over here. Vibrations are so difficult to get rid of that even Maruti, with all their prowess, have been almost only 95% successful in making their new Z series 1.2 liter 3-cylinder engine vibration free, which speaks volume of how difficult this task is. The suspension too is really phenomenal. It is very hard to strike a balance between stiffness and providing comfort in a suspension, but Tata Motors seems to have nailed it. They seems to do so in every other car that they have in their portfolio, and the Tata Altroz Racer is no different either. Now I know that the gearbox over here is pretty notchy and it could use some work, but the tractability of the engine is very good. For example, you can very easily pick up the car while it's rolling even in the 3rd gear without any issues, which is a characteristic of the 4-cylinder engine, which this 3-cylinder turbocharged unit is also able to do pretty well. On top of that, the exhaust sounds pretty good as well. I bet that you're going to have a huge smile on your face every day in the morning when you're going to cold start this car from your garage. And in a cold, cruel world, I think these small things are worth living for. So is the Tata Racer actually a racer? Well, sadly, the answer is no. Give me a smoother gearbox and also give me a better clutch whose travel isn't from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and then and only then I believe Tata Motors will have a winner in its hand. Now as for the fuel efficiency, I only got to spend 1 day with this car, so I can't give you any exact numbers, but I think it is between 14 to 15 kilometers per liter. So that was it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.